Good morning and welcome back to our channel. I like how that sounds better, don't you? So I've got some messages for today, for this day, 5/8/2025, 5/8/2025. That equals 22. 22 stands for the ability to create and build something of lasting value, knowledge, leadership, and strong will. A balance between personal and professional life. 2 plus 2 equals 4, the Emperor card. The Emperor shows up when chaotic situations need to be organized, by tying up loose ends in confining situations that are over-controlled, removing their effects of those constraints. The archetype of the father. Saturn came to me with this. The father archetype was Saturn. Guide, protector, and provider. Today's Thursday, so we look at Jupiter. Jupiter in astrology today is placed 22 degrees, 56 seconds, Gemini in the 12th house. And since Saturn came through in this message, we look at Saturn. Saturn is 28 degrees, 35 seconds, Pisces in the 10th house. So we take a look at Jupiter first, because it's Thursday. Thunras Day, Thunras. And it says a burst of intellectual curiosity and a deep dive into your subconscious, exploring hidden aspects of your psyche and gaining insight. At 22 degrees, 56 seconds, that places us in Punar Vasu Nakshatra. This is the lunar mansion for spiritual wisdom and intellect. It's represented by the mother goddess Aditi, or Aditi, depending on how you pronounce it. Aditi tends to the soil where our healthy seeds have been planted, ensuring that they grow much fruit. She gives the power to gain wealth and substance. Vasutva Prapanna Shakti Namo. The earth goddess grants abundance to all. Life changes are expanding. Creativity and inspiration are being renewed. The cat, the female cat, reflects sensitivity and a need for independence. Repetition is the motivation, or I guess you should say the practice for the day, which means mantra. The mantra for today would be to manifest. Vasutva Prapanna Shakti Namo. What will come with this is a purification of self is needed to receive good-natured material prosperity. Really quick before I go on that, good-natured material prosperity. This means whatever you gain, whatever you're earning, doesn't come with high demand, stress, overwhelming, exhaustion, chaos. You want to earn your prosperity calmly, in order, organized, or else you will never appreciate what you earn. Where were we? Returning to the light. Returning to the light means that you must take notice of your compulsions. Compulsions deprive the soul of its celestial poise. So, in other words, depriving yourself of calm is going against your soul. So we look at Saturn, the father, turning chaos into organization, and removing over-controlling circumstances so we may progress. Saturn in Pisces, 10th house. I put Gemini symbol. Pisces. Saturn in the 10th house of Pisces demands responsibility, ethical leadership, so you can build something that lasts. Success comes from dedication. Your karmic lesson is you should have learned. Your karmic lesson is you should have learned from past mistakes, but you still can. You will never be able to help anyone unless you finish your work and get a degree. So cut out the distractions and get your qualifications. Do not accept any requests at this time. Rather, schedule appointments and set a price for your time. Revati Nakshatra. Endings, completion, the wealthy, abundance and prosperity on all levels. Spiritual liberation, deep faith and devotion, the Divine Mother. All endings are new beginnings. Nurture, protector, safe travels, fertility, rapid growth, abundance, and shelter. Revati Nakshatra comes with the power to nourish. Kisharya Pani Shakti Namo. Helping sincere people in their efforts by providing nourishment. Empathic people have no desire for other people's properties. Their soft nature only seeks to alleviate suffering of others. Absorbing others' suffering is not the answer. When I was outside right now, I saw a license plate drive by that says, I believe. I like that. I like watching license plates and signs from everywhere. So I got a lot of signs last night, or messages, whatever you want to call them, channel downloads, fucking synchronicities. Talking about rest. We do live in a world that shames rest. Busy, 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 busy is not the answer. Especially when you're trying to get something done. You cannot balance a budget when you are too tied up in too many activities. You cannot get your business off the ground if you're being pulled and called in too many directions. These are all messages that came through last night. The universe saying, you asked for change in your life. Asking for change requires that you get rid of things that hold you back. These things are a reflection of yourself. Because for your desire to change unconsciously, which is what projects your reality, your unconscious mind is how you experience reality. So you can't blame people for what you're experiencing. That's the number one lesson. You can't blame people. You are unconsciously fearing the change. So when you want to do something, unconsciously you send a message to the universe, overwhelm me with distraction so that I can't get this done, so that I have an excuse. Right? So this is where the mirror comes in to say, wait a minute, I asked for change, I want better in my life. That requires me sitting down and focusing on how to get there What, if you're after a career, what career am I looking for? If you're after a career in helping others because you're empathic, the answer is not to give endlessly. The universe said not everything in your life needs to be shared, posted, or spoken. Silence is stillness, and stillness is how we restore. And once restored, that's how we can focus our will into something. The universe said, I am only here for you to mature. And to understand, to mature, you must realize that your soul is the universe. Every other person, animal, situation, good or bad, is you. So when you treat others badly, you're treating yourself badly. When you are going against yourself, you're actually hurting others. So the main message, it's hard to remember it all. I mean, it's hard to remember it all, but it comes through so clearly. But it's like to vocalize it, you can't encompass the entirety of it. You can only give the tip of the iceberg. The only thing you are permitted to change, have control to change, and are responsible to change is yourself. When you notice that you change yourself, your reality also changes. So it's not like we are on a mission to heal the world. That is a early phase of your awakening. You want to heal the world, you want to help the world, you want to make a difference in the world. But eventually you exhaust yourself because you realize that is not the answer. You change yourself, and whether, let's say you don't believe that everyone in the universe is also you. Let's say they're all, because they're all their individual selves as well as being you. So if you're trying to make change in your own life, leading by example without feeling, what's that word? The need to change others. By helping yourself, it inspires others to see, maybe I should also work on myself. So these are things that came in last night through meditation. Actually, I was journaling a lot of it. I channel mostly when I journal. This is why I require time alone sometimes, because if I don't channel it and write it down, it's chaotic. And when there's chaos in my energy, there's chaos in the outer world. The future is no longer a consequence of your past. It's a clear field for a new reality. The Cosmic Mother is pregnant with your dreams, prayers, and visions at this time. A quote from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. You see how I did that, right? Right? When I'm in the channel mode, it doesn't matter. Anything I touch sends a message. The quote goes, in virtue, I begin my next day with a certain advantage, a spiritual advantage, an attunement. This comes from day to day, growing in knowledge and power day to day by only solving one day at a time. Nothing truly belongs to us but our perception of today. Is this within my control? We cannot control anyone, only our own outcome. Serenity prayer. Personal territory makes a slave of us all. Do your best regardless of your desired outcome. Just do your best so you feel accomplished. Contrast tells the whole. Embrace them and become whole. He who knows, he or she, it's, whatever. He who knows he has enough is rich. Love your craft, love your children, and enjoy a good study to keep the mind calm. Very little is needed to live a happy life. This came with the internal message. I want to remind you of your crown, king or queen. I want to lift you up. The only prayer I feel to pray is thank you. The currents of life, what goes into and comes out of the heart. I'm having a feeling of a thought. Not having thoughts. I am not my thoughts. We are having feelings of experiencing thoughts. This feeling of a thought is unity. Individual consciousness with universal consciousness. Unity expressing itself through diversity. Not separate from anything. Earth, space, society, depths of the ocean, the spark of light. What are we here to do? Ask yourself this. What am I here to do? Dare the universe. Dare the universe to be the open trail in front of you. Put your energy into motion by honoring what your soul has already decided to do. Remember, your soul doesn't speak, your ego does. Your ego says, I need to do this. I am this. I am the healer, not the space holder. We're not the healers. Everyone is their own healer. We're space holders that remind others that they have the power to overcome everything that brings them suffering. Your soul has already decided something, and it pulls you. It's mysterious because there's no ego identifying it. It's a pull, it's a calling, for some reason I feel like walking this direction today. And then you walk that direction and you find something that you didn't know you were looking for, and it was everything you needed. Follow that silence. Let go of that identity. Let go of that need to share everything within your life. Let go of that need to take on everyone's energy. It's not your energy. It drains you. It makes you frustrated. It gives your ego things to complain about. You're doing it to yourself. People aren't doing it to you. Don't agree to take on everything. Humming's good for you. It feels good to me. It's time for silence. Silence is preparation for manifestation. You ruin your manifestations when you talk. It's the Ingus rune is I don't have one out right now, but it's basically a diamond shape. And it represents harnessing the fire through meditation, right? They were very metaphorical in the ancient times, so In the Nordic practices, Freyr represents the Ingus rune, and he would be sitting in a meditational pose with a very aroused phallic, right? Now, people could misinterpret this as, sexual things, right? But it's not. What it represents is, although his passions and lusts are at their peak, he knows that if he harnesses his energy, it will focus his will, even though using all of that fire for your lusts and your passions, rather than indulging on the instant release, right? You harness that fire and you focus it silently towards what you're manifesting. If you speak these things to others, you give away your power. So sometimes retracting is not so much about anything. It's about the universe is calling you to sit down. You're right in front of a target that you aimed for, right? You don't know what it is because your soul aimed for it, not your ego. Your ego is always wrong. It's always worried. It always needs more. It always needs this. It always needs validation. It always needs outer confirmation. It always needs something. The soul's like, I got this. That mind can talk all at once, but there is the target. So you don't know what your target is. So the only way you will know is to focus, quiet the world, limit the distractions, log off of social medias. Don't take any unscheduled appointments. Don't take on any other energies at this time. Don't try to solve other people's problems at this time. You have a job to do. Let the fire within motivate the calm birth of the new, guided by will, a knowing that comes from silence. This is maturity. Presence whispers. Presence whispers. So you can't hear it if you're too busy. Presence whispers and requires space, silence. So tune out distractions. Ask the universe for clarity. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Did you ask for this? Do you feel the universe telling you to calm down, rest, and let go of things for a moment? Do you feel like you just want to simplify your life at this time? Have you taken time to appreciate everything that you already have? Do you want to enjoy your life with love, with children, with family? But it seems like there's never enough time for all of these things. Limit what pulls your attention. It's time to balance. Balance all things from a budget to your day-to-day life. Balance rest within your week. I know society shuns rest, but that's because society is driven by ego, your unconscious freaking out and being mirrored back to you by the ego of society. Calm your inner self. Help others by calming your inner self. Watch the difference. Trust me. I know this for a fact. I practiced it for years. I journaled every morning. Still do. Journal. calm yourself, meditate. My practice was 3 times a week, walking somewhere in nature where no one would be around. Calmly quiet your mind, no phone, go to places where there's no cell phone service or internet service, so that it helps you with that impulse to pick up your phone. Like it's just a thing. We all have it. I'm just as guilty as anyone else. That's why I would walk to places where there was no internet or cell phone service. It's not against people. It's against yourself when you're overwhelmed, right? So by practicing this for years, I noticed that not only did I become calm, centered, grounded, balanced, so too did those around me. And then over the past year, I couldn't really do those things. There was a lot going on. And the more that I could not do those things, the more chaotic the world around me got. And when things are chaotic, here's why it's important. It's not like you're fucking better than anybody else. That's bullshit. So get that out of your head. Why it's important is if you're living in chaos, you may speak unintentional words to people you truly care about. Where someone you truly enjoy the presence of their company, because you're tense, frustrated, unrested, overwhelmed, kinked up, in pain, out of money, struggling to survive, eating like shit, not enough time, getting home late, going to bed and sitting with your head stirring for hours. Oh my God, right? If you're living like that, that's when you get the energy of saying, hi, how was your day? What do you care about my day? So this is why it's important. You must control yourself. I must control myself. We must do this because who wants to live in tension anymore? Beyond our means, seeking validation. We want to live calmer, happier, peaceful, loving lives. Time alone together with loved ones, good financial stability, walks in calm, quiet peace. So call on the universe to help you in your life at this time. The energy is right for it. This is why I do this. This is why I do this. I share this here because this energy is available today, right? And it's good all the way through till you wake up tomorrow. So time isn't real. Time isn't real to me. I know we have to live in time. I got a whole calendar scheduled with time. But that's the world. Limit things that call your attention. Tell the universe to have these things back off for a moment. You don't want to make others sacrifice for your life as well. It's just not right. So another reason it's important to control your energy is because you want to be equal with your people. Let's be honest. Your people in your life, you love them, right? You care for them, right? You don't want to bully them to let go of things or stop doing things that they enjoy so that you can take their time and put it towards your stuff. You want to be in harmony, right? This comes by controlling your energy, limiting your what demands your attention. setting schedules, asking for a fee instead of just taking on everyone's problems, or understanding that you're in no position right now to take on anyone else's problems. You have so much inside to do. You have so much in your own home to do. You have your studies. You know, many of you want to be YouTube famous healers, right? Well, that's exhausting. Go get a degree in psychology. I know of this place. Now, today, we're getting very current with the inner outer worlds, right? So my girlfriend found a therapy that does both psychiatry, psychology, but their focus is on wellness and spirituality. Right away, this person differentiated the difference between schizophrenic and intuitive. So you can be somebody like that, but you must get your qualifications. Once you get your qualifications, you can set an organized schedule and you can help more people. Rather than take on so much, it overwhelms you. You say things that you don't truly mean. You speak so much that it's 90% just ego, unconscious fears. So focus your attention. Do something that can actually make a difference and last, sustaining both you and those you love and care about. Just take some time for a little bit. I'm sorry, right now I'm working on something. I really need to work on this. Please understand. Call your universe to help you find the attention. If you can't do this 3 times a week, at least do it once a week. Walk in nature somewhere where you cannot be disturbed by cell phone interruptions. Or don't take the fucking phone with you. Try to incorporate a couple days throughout your life to visit people that you care about. Or even one day. Try to incorporate at least a day or two just for yourself. Watch a movie without the phone interrupting the movie. Read a book without text messages or knocks at your door, or a live stream popping up, or all these distractions that are keeping you from yourself. Organize your life in a way that fits you healthily, happily, and more calm. Let's let go of the need. And remember, I'm talking to myself too. You're me, I'm you, right? We're all one. We're all living on this earth. It's our boat floating through the ocean of space, swirling around a whirlpool that's created by the sun. So, if you organize your life in a calm, collective way, you have more time to actually do good things. The energy of today is speaking to empaths. This is coming from Saturn. So many people think that Saturn and the father archetype are negative. This is out of balance as well. Matriarch, patriarch are one. Because outside of the body, it's only spirit, right? You can hear your own voice in your mind. You can close your eyes and see. You can dream and live another reality. So this is just a shell, right? You've lived billions and 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 billions, infinity lives as male, female, animal, tree, plant, water, fire, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Star, atom, nebula, galaxy, universe. Back over to microbial ooze, plankton. You've lived infinite lives. So all things reduced down to spirit, which is actually beyond understanding, but inherently good. That draw, that magnetic draw to something's telling me to follow this path. So those are your reported messages from, if I were to try and record a video of channeling, first of all, I don't ask for channeling. It just comes, it just happens naturally. So I wouldn't be able to set a time to sit down and record it all. This is why I journal when it does happen, because when it does happen, it's like you're in this in between infinite worlds, and everything you touch becomes a part of this conversation. Everything that you see, internally hear, strange occurrences that pop up on electricity. I noticed the other day in one of these videos, when I pulled out the angel cards, it shut off my music. So they were like, shh. It's kind of like that, right? But there's no way I could. Okay, hang on, soul. I need to go and record this. It just doesn't happen that way. So I'm gonna pull you some cards, and then we will call you even. Oh, okay. One of Solomon's Pentacles wants to come up. We have the fifth pentacle of Venus. Venus. Fifth, the square of Venus. I don't like to use this pentacle. The Psalms, the incantation for it is Psalms 22:15. My heart, like wax, melts within me. I'm reading the whole thing because this is to show, this pentacle is to show to one person to incite and excite love within their heart. I don't believe in forcing anyone to love you, but let's see if there's something else. Love is freedom. Love is loving somebody just because. Not because they're doing anything for you. Not because you want to enter them or want them to enter you. That's lust. Not because of any other reason, but their soul pulls your soul. Okay, this square can also be used to stabilize and balance unity and freedom. Material sovereignty and dominion. Restoring the yod in your life. Yod represents the divine love, like divine love doesn't demand or need or desire. It's like a mother or father loving a child, loving all their children, even if there's a fuck up in the family, they still love that kid, right? I shouldn't say that because there's no such thing as fuck ups. To me, mistakes are ways of people to learn and grow. We're at 40 minutes, so I better get going with this. I also have places to go. Aw, my grandbaby is on the pacifier. Such a beautiful thing to watch children come into this world. So humbling too. You know, grandchildren to me have brought the message, do you want to keep running in circles and miss out on... Let me tell you something really quick. During my healing journey, I missed a lot of my children's lives. I missed a lot of the people in my life who I loved life because I had to figure my own shit out. And when you finally fucking heal and you start bringing your life into balance, you don't want to miss those things in life. That's what life's about. Spending time with the one you love. Spending time with your children. Watching grandbabies come. Spending time with your family. Going for, you know what? Some of you have parents that are getting older. Do you want to regret not spending time with them when they're gone? Because you will. Okay, let's pull some cards for you. This came out in reverse, which means I'm so tired of hearing about the conduct going on in the background. This card means go gather your weapons that were stolen. Now, swords are weapons, but weapons represent your mind. Your mind is your most powerful weapon in the world. And rather than weapon, let's say tool. Okay. The Seven of Swords represents a page, or like a page. No, not a page. A squire. Sneaking onto the enemy's camp that invaded whatever kingdom. If you take a look, campsites, right? So this means they're not a part of the kingdom because there's no castle here. It's an open field, campsites. And this person's walking away with weapons and looking back like, oh shit, I'm taking back my power. This card also represents keeping things to yourself while you're working on plans. And, you know, something has distracted you. Take back your mind. It's your most powerful tool. Turn your mind from ego into divine. Divine mind doesn't really have all these complications. It's very sure. Okay. Keep that. Oh, wow. Pages has come out. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Judgment. You're going to have to keep things to yourself because you're starting very small, but sticking to the facts. Very important. Page of Pentacles reminds you, stick to the facts. Do not, try to elaborate or exaggerate. Keep your things to yourself. Begin small. And Page of Swords. Look for the signs and messages that are coming into you. Because, Judgment card, you're about A very large wake-up call is coming to you, right? This is going to pull you out of your coffin, out of your shell, out of your ego, out of your mind. And it's going to be so divinely felt that you're literally going to think that an angel or God or divinity literally blew that damn horn and said, wake up, right? And this comes through a purification process. You realize that you were living a false life, a dead life, a purposeless life, and now you're like, oh, duh, that makes sense, man. Why didn't I think of that? Well, because it came from the soul. Why didn't I think of it? Because a thought is not the right process at this time. Your soul whispers and it pulls and it guides gently. Everything else that requires too much speed, chaos, quick answers, thinking on your feet, jumping to the service, being in demand, this is all your fears manifesting in reality to distract you from what you know is coming. Okay, star card at the bottom of the deck. New hope, renewal, freedom, healing, and again, the stars have aligned for this. Whoa. Oh, that was way too many. One more is all I need. Why, thank you. Okay, we've got Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Give me a second about this. With the truth out on the table and knowing of hidden motives and things going on, you're sending out your Knight of Cups. See, the Queen sends out the Knights, right? She says, go forth, Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is going out to become aware of your own feelings. Have you had any time to understand your feelings from others? Let's say for a psychic empath, or a channeler, or a shaman, or a whatever we call ourselves labeled today, right? Have you taken time to separate your inner compass from others? This is what the Knight of Cups, this is what the Queen of Swords is telling your knight to go do. Go on a quest for your Holy Grail, right? The Knight of Cups is the, what the hell is this? Percival, right? The one who actually found the Holy Grail. How did Percival find the Holy Grail? Well, if we look at the movie, because it's really the only remembrance that's coming to my life, he was hanging from a tree by a noose. And simply by coincidence, a knight was swinging slowly, 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 breaking strands of his rope. So he died to himself. He took the time to sacrifice and he was hung. You know, sometimes the universe will hang your ass so that you can actually understand. If you've ever had a death experience, I don't like talking about this much, but I will. If you ever had a death experience, as you're going, you're kind of panicking, it's agony, all these things that did not fucking matter in your life are coming up, and you're realizing that you wasted so much time on nonsense. And then what comes at the, like, really close to when you cross over, I'm getting a little emotional, is all the things you missed out on. I'll never be able to tell my mother I love her again. I'll never be able to hug my children. And this is where the fear really comes in as you're about to die. Because you know you're going, you know it's over. And that's the regret. That's what Percival does. He's hung until he realizes that all of this bullshit in his life wasn't real. And then the rope's cut and life gives him a second chance. You come back to life. This is your chance to go live by your heart. What matters most to you? Hold on to that. Because this is the key to rekindling the youth within. Ooh. Okay. That one goes there. That one goes there. This is a 444 reading, so. Okay. 444 with an overall energy of the moon. So we have 4 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and the Tower. So again, like the Judgment, the Tower card is representing this wake-up call. Destroying what's false so that you can become what is true. 4 of Swords. You really need to rest and find your peace and quiet. Examine your own motivations in life. This is what rest does. It allows you to think about what really matters. 6 of Pentacles is actually being gifted and able to do this, right? Something is coming in return for efforts you put out there in the past, right? Now, also with the 6 of Pentacles, this card represents charity being given, but also you being able to be charitable to help others in the correct way. You need rest for this because you need to determine where you're going. Follow the soul. Follow the signs. Good time to go through your journals. Read your unconscious messages. Go through your own videos. I used to do that. Go through your own videos and take notes. This is the constant in everything I say. This is going to give you a very calming sense of accomplishment, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is very calm, very happy, very generous, giving. He has it like that. He didn't get it like that by overextending his reach. Stick to the facts. Pentacles are very slow energy. They're one piece at a time. One day at a time. One opportunity at a time. Tuning out. Planting seeds. Planting things, they grow on their own time. This growth requires care. Water, soil, pulling weeds, removing suckers. So, can you do all that and still chase the entire world? No, you cannot. If any of you have ever had a garden that grows fruits, vegetables, herbs, plants, trees, hell, even pot if it's outside. An outside garden requires everyday attention. It's not bust-ass work, but it is dedication to something. It is tending to something you want to see grow, right? Can't just throw seeds on the ground, walk around, run throughout life and expect them to grow prosperous. It'll never happen. So I think that was the tower you needed to have crumble. This message is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for you to, you remember, we are still in the week of the void. This is the potential for endless possibilities. And your soul growth, right? Soul growth comes with taking the time to ask, are you living by others' standards or living your true self, true path? You may need to leave at this time a situation so that you can reach your goals because you are on purpose. Owl has been speaking to me a lot lately. We're under soul retrieval still, and the spirals of manifestation, the void, the fertile soil for your plants to grow. Today's message is the universal mother goddess is pregnant with your prayers. Owl. See beyond the illusions, right? Owls represent wisdom, stealth, observation without giving, silent observation, knowing things, seeing in the dark. Your advantage is being able to see in the dark, taking time, being wise with your decisions. And on here it says, time to get things off your chest. People who really care will not punish you. Determine who is your friend. Someone may be sad to have not, I don't think you have let go of anybody, but somebody may be sad that you're not integrating right now. So be truthful, consistent, and assertive, but be yourself. I was driving home last night and I seen a license plate that says be a owl. So I looked up owl medicine because I was driving. I had to focus on the road, but I told the phone to look it up for me. And it said to be the light in the darkness. Be wise, be calm, be slow. Owls don't move very much. They just observe. They only move when they need to get food or defend themselves for a predator. Know your call. So owls hoot at night for a few reasons. Number one, stating, this is my tree. Don't fucking fly over here. This is my tree. Number two, to recognize their neighbors. Good night, neighbor. Hey, neighbor, how you doing? All right, neighbor. Okay. All right. No distractions in the world? Nope. No predators? Nope. Everybody safe? Yep. Okay. That's why they hoot. They also can tell the difference from their neighbors' hoots to unfamiliar owls coming into their domain. When this happens, they are not kind to the outsiders coming into their circle. So a lot of owl medicine in the past few weeks, literally since, I don't know, it's been going on for a while. I love owls too. They're very peaceful, very beautiful. So you might want to look into owl. And then we have the moon card. This card represents the unknown is calling you, your soul. So Even if you don't know where you're going and the road looks dark and scary ahead, bring your light. Be that light in the dark. Follow what your unknown is drawing you to. It won't steer you wrong. How could your soul steer you wrong? If you believe in God, or you're a religious person, God is the soul, right? So if you trust God, right, then you would follow your calling, right? You wouldn't overthink it, right? Isn't that what it's all about? Surrender. Surrender the chokehold on what you think and believe should be. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna cut it there. I have some things to do today. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate your time here. This is our channel. I don't do it for money. It's just something that really has been a calling in my life to be the alchemist that I am. And I like sharing that with others because it can help pull you out of some dark times in your life if you can commit to letting go of the ego. All right, take care. And I'm probably not going to be posting on socials for a little while. I'm going to be pretty preoccupied these next few weeks. I have things to help my son. I have a new grandbaby in life. Me and my girlfriend are working on a few good things. My parents and family, and the good things in life. So I will see you when I see you next. Take care.